as you can see, I have a lazy eye. If you can't guess which one it is, it's this one right here. And I was born with it. Grew up with it my entire life past the critical age and was told I could never straighten it. That was the case until I created a technique that allows me to aesthetically straighten my lazy eye anytime, anywhere, with anyone in front of me, anytime. So let me do the rest of this video with my aesthetically straight eyes. 3, 2, 1, boom, aesthetically straight eyes. And it was incredible when I finally was able to make eye contact with somebody and just look into them in their eyes. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let me start from the beginning. At a very wee young age, as I was born with a lazy eye. Now, I don't have any baby pictures with me right now, but I am sure you will appreciate this one. Originally, my lazy eye actually went inward, and that wasn't the case until my first surgery for a lazy eye. And that surgery, unfortunately, did not work. Though I was really young, I don't recall too much of it, but it did not work, and I had to go in for a second one, and that's when I more or less started like noticing things. They did try patching, they did try glasses. Unfortunately, neither of those worked. But let me show you as I grew up. So I had a second surgery, and that one didn't work either. And I think everyone just sort of gave up. My parents didn't pursue any more, and they just sort of, that was it. I remember one time my mom looking at me and saying, "You can straighten your lazy eye, stop faking it, just focus and straighten it." And as a young kid, that I was pretty taken back by that, because I obviously did not want to have a lazy eye. Growing up, especially at school and whatnot, getting weird looks or people asking you what you're looking at, as well as just people on the school playground saying, you know, saying whatever, or else I'll knock your eye straight, and then me secretly wishing that they could. And so that was my life growing up. It absolutely sucked having a lazy eye. It carried a very negative stigma with it. And one of the worst days out of the entire year that I hated was picture day. Because I would stand in front of the camera, and the camera person would say, "Look at the camera, look at the camera, look at the camera." And I would just want to yell, "I'm looking at the camera." But I was a pretty nice kid, shy, and I wouldn't say that, so I would just stare at it. But it's going to explain and give a little context of the next few pictures. So here's another picture. Picture day, remember? Not my favorite day. And you can see my eye is just way out there. So that really sucked. This is actually going a step back, so a little bit of out of order, but here's the next one. Dang, that kid's ugly. It's great, be able to make fun of yourself. Here is another picture. You know, I was trying to force a smile there. And finally, graduation. I still, oops, can you see it? I had a lazy eye. So, but I was sort of like learning how to play with the camera a little bit and sort of trick it to do a better side, since, you know, I didn't wear makeup to try to hide it, and I didn't have long hair. But I carried this lazy eye well into my teens and into my 20s, and tried so many times to try to aesthetically straighten it, and doctors continually told me it's impossible, you've passed a critical age, we've tried everything else, nothing will work. And I was, for a long time, okay with it, simply because I was taught, you know, the world's good, people aren't going to judge you based on your looks, they're going to judge you based on your heart. And as much as we all want to live in maybe that type of society, it's not reality. The world is a cruel and cold and tough place, and only someone who will tell you the truth will tell you that. People make split-second judgments as to whether they like you or not. That's why first impressions are so important. and why making eye contact is so important. It's that personal connection that people are looking for. And so those with the lazy eye already have a disadvantage because they can't do that. And so not only does it not look normal, people see it as unsightly, as ugly. And it can be a huge detriment to someone with a lazy eye, to their confidence. It's embarrassing. They're fearful of posting videos or taking pictures. And it's just all around not good. And so I got to a point where my lazy eye was literally hindering my career. I literally could not only were interviews very difficult, and for whatever reason, I didn't know why I wasn't getting callbacks, but I was literally denied a job because of my lazy eye. I would have to get a special waiver. The government can't do that in certain occupations. And so I was extremely disappointed in that, and it started this in-depth search of how the heck can I fix my lazy eye? Like, what solution is out there? Because I can't live with this. And I looked at videos, articles, all types of things, and most of those articles would talk about surgery, which to no avail, or patching, glasses, medication, all those things I've tried, and of course the infamous critical age myth, or so-called critical age. And I finally got to the point where, and the YouTube videos I would look at with these weird exercises did not help whatsoever. They're all about how to fix a lazy eye and no content, and I was absolutely sick of them. And then maybe some like promising things here and there, like, oh, new research with playing video games helping lazy eye and stuff like that. I could not find a solution, and I got to a point where a very dark point in my life where I was considering having my lazy eye surgically removed and a glass eye implanted. And it was sort of a last-ditch attempt to look and feel normal, to be able to make eye contact, at least when I'm looking directly at somebody. I wouldn't have to be fearful or look away or anything like that. Fortunately, a friend of mine talked me out of it, and I'm very thankful for him. But I still wanted a straight eye. So I took action and started researching more and kind of thinking through previous experiences, trying to figure out how can I aesthetically straighten my lazy eye. And then it came to me, how does a blind person learn yoga? And it's not a trick question. It's not a rhetorical question. But a blind person can learn yoga, right? They can. And it's because they can feel where their muscles are. And with a lazy eye, strabismus, amblyopia, the whole issue is because your muscles, your eyes don't work in tandem. They don't align in tandem. And so your brain is getting these conflicting messages or images through your eyes, and it's trying to make sense. And because it can't, as a survival mechanism, it will ignore one of the message inputs from one of your eyes and only focus on the strong one. Thereby, your lazy eye tends to be the non-dominant eye and becomes less and less, or the strength starts to diminish over time. Going back to the blind person of learning yoga, they can learn because they can move their muscles and they can feel and experience the sensation of moving their muscles. Now, with the lazy eye, it's different. You can't see the muscles being moved, which makes it extremely difficult and hard when someone says, just focus your eyes. Like, what does that even mean, right? It has to do with actually learning how to feel the sensation in your muscles. Now, that's where I discovered and figured out this technique, this 3-step technique to experience the sensation of controlling my lazy eye and being able to straighten it on command at any time I want to. And I created this program, step-by-step program, to help others experience aesthetically straighten their lazy eye. And you can experience it too. You can get into access today for this program. Check it out. The link's below or on this video somewhere. So check it out today. Change your life and your future. I'll see you in the members area.